Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. Drink it if you got it. Had somebody ask me if it says me, Mitch, on my birth certificate. Don't do that. Don't make me self-conscious about my opening. We all have trademarks, little quirks and things about our style of talking, style of movement. Some of the greatest impressionists pull off their impressions, not just with their voice, but with the way they mimic the little idiosyncrasies of how people move. I've got mine. I tend to look around. I don't know if that's just an old pilot habit of constantly scanning, but I don't always sit and look straight at the camera like this because that's what they tell you to do on YouTube. And then you're talking to your audience directly. And then on YouTube, they tell you to not only talk, but flash words up on the screen so that it drills right into the brains of your viewers and constantly have things moving around because your viewers will get, well, bullshit on that. That's not how I do it. I get so tired of watching that stuff. That's why I don't watch shorts. I don't want to make shorts. I don't want to be the kind of person that people want to watch because they want to get as many ideas from that person drilled into them in the shortest period of time so that they can move quickly on to the next one before they even finish the first one and just keep. And that reminds me of binge eating. Binge eating. Just stuffing your face. One thing after another. You're already stuffing the next food in your mouth before you finish chewing and swallowing the last food. You've got a mouthful of cake right on top of a mouthful of meat. It's all about consumption. How much can we cram into our body in the shortest period of time? We're busy. Got to go. Things to do, places to go, people to see. The art of just conversation, relaxation. With food, your body has a certain pace that it digests things. I think we're supposed to learn at a certain pace, and we're supposed to absorb at a certain pace, or we just get flooded with this stuff. I decided when I started YouTube, I'm not a kid. I'm not one of these flashy words all over the screen. And it pains me to see so many of my contemporaries on YouTube resorting to that drill into your brain, hypnotize you kind of video editing because, yeah, maybe the idea can get drilled into your head, but you're plugging yourself into the matrix, my friends. You're not being human anymore when you consume things like that. I think that's my opinion. Most of you would disagree. Certainly all of the YouTubers who tell you how to get the most views and what's the recommended length of a YouTube video, and how to get the biggest audience. It's not important to me. It's not important to me. I could do all that stuff. There's tools today. You just take your video and you put it through these tools, and it automatically puts all the flashing words or captions your video. I use text at the bottom of my video very rarely, and it's usually to put up a website address or something like that. Excuse me. Please. Excuse me while I light my cigar. So many of you have asked where you can get one of these magic lighters that you've asked me where you can get these magic. It's not a magic lighter. Sorry to disappoint you folks. It's just some fancy editing. And that's about as fancy as I try to get with my editing. Some of these really fancy edits with the words all over the place and everybody having things flying around and vibrating and drives me crazy. I watch most of my YouTube on either a Roku TV or a Roku box, and they all have a pretty similar remote control. And I realized that when I mouse over to the window, if I hit the center button, just press it, it plays the video. If I press and hold it, it brings up a menu on the right. And at the bottom of that menu, if I scroll down, it says, "Don't recommend this channel." Here, let me show you. Let's go into Roku YouTube here. And it loads up my YouTube. And you've all seen this. Now, let's suppose that this bald-headed old fart clown comes up on your screen and you see that video. Well, if you press the button, it plays it. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. And we're back to normal. I like this guy. I like this guy. Most important thing. Legs are a little skinny, but you know, what the hell? What the hell? I like this guy. Anyway, let's suppose you decided you didn't like this guy. If you press and hold the button, like I'm going to show you now, whoops, it just wants to wants to play it. If you press and hold the button, you get, oh shit, it's playing it again. Okay, I held the button too long. If you press and hold the button, you get this menu. And you can play it, you can save it to watch later. Always a brilliant choice for my videos. You can save it to a playlist, even a better choice for my video. You can say you are not interested. And if you press not interested, you get two choices. The first one is, I've already watched this video. And if I've watched half a video and it keeps coming up, I do this. It doesn't tell YouTube I'm not interested in the channel. It's just saying I've already watched this video. And then down here it says, don't recommend the channel. I don't want to click this here. I would hate to lose this guy. And then down at the bottom it says go to channel. And if you press go to channel, it takes you to the home page of my channel where you can find all kinds of good stuff and my playlists. Just be very careful if you do that you don't accidentally say don't recommend this channel, because that's the selection right above the go-to channel. And on my channel, as you can see, I have one short that I made. I tried that just to see what a short would be. And it was way back when I started my YouTube channel. And interestingly enough, I think I looked pretty much the same. One of my favorite t-shirts. Now this short, a lot of people wear t-shirts that this short talk about their lifestyle, was done a year ago. A year ago. I think I haven't changed much. That's pretty cool. I haven't watched that short in a long time. And then we go down to my uploads, and I have featured sections. And my newest featured section is how to start the carnivore diet. And it's right underneath my uploads. And I have picked 10 or 15 videos that I think really can be helpful when you're first starting out. So, and this will just keep repeating itself because there's just so many videos in this section. Then I have my cooking carnivore style, and all my recipes are in here if you're looking for those. And these are playlists on my site. I have my biggest performing videos, the ones with the most views. This particular one here has over 200,000 views, and it's me with my first chuck steak recipe. I have a section called Carnivore Lifestyle, and then I have live streams. And here's the playlists, created playlists that I have. Old Guy Vlogs, live streams, rants, cooking carnivore style. So all that stuff can be actually found right here on the Roku or pretty much any browser. Now, I'm just showing you this because I have all this content. I have 440 videos now. And I've tried to arrange them so you can find some of them, and I'm working on that now. I'm going to be updating my playlists, trying to narrow them down to some of what I think are my better videos, so I don't have to keep making the same videos over and over again. My own insights have evolved over the past year or two as I've been on carnivore diet, as I get more and more feedback and information and experiences of those of you who are indeed executing this lifestyle. I try very hard not to use the term diet, but the term lifestyle. The word diet is totally inappropriate in any other context other than saying the proper diet for a lion is meat. The concept of being on a diet is as ludicrous a concept as to say, I am on a particular religion. The diet mentality itself is destructive, self-destructive, because it puts in your head that it's temporary. It's temporary. I'm on this diet because I want to lose weight, and when I lose weight, the diet will be over. The diet is a temporary restriction on all aspects of how you eat. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different so-called diet plans. Some of them stand a chance, but most of them never work. They never work. If they worked, most of us wouldn't be here. None of us would need to be on a diet anymore. we have never fixed the root cause of why we're getting heavier and why we're getting sicker. The only way that you can do that is by changing your lifestyle. And lifestyle encompasses not just what you put in your mouth, but every aspect of your life in one way or the other. And when it comes to food, the word lifestyle has to include your entire social interaction with the rest of the human race. And what you put in your mouth and the food becomes just a small part of many changes that you have to think about and consciously go out of your way to make these changes. Or you'll find yourself into situations where it's impossible for you to maintain that part of what you're doing, that part of your lifestyle that involves putting food in your mouth. Lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine is a term used to talk just about that. But when you stop to think about it, the term medicine should not be associated with the term lifestyle. If you're living the right lifestyle, you shouldn't need any medicine, and you certainly shouldn't need some professional to tell you what medicine you need. So that's an oxymoron as far as I'm concerned. Lifestyle medicine. The two are counterintuitive. You might have a lifestyle coach, lifestyle advisor, or even somebody like me who is a carnivore, not on a carnivore diet, but is practicing the carnivore lifestyle to help you understand what my lifestyle is like, and then you decide if you want to have a lifestyle like mine. And unfortunately, for most of the human race, my lifestyle, in all of its aspects, would not be acceptable. Certainly not for younger people. It can be modified for younger people, but the way our world is built, these younger people would just simply have to give up too much. They'd have to give up too much to practice this kind of a lifestyle. But I think one of the important things that we have to do right after I relight my cigar, that is. So, excuse me again while I relight my cigar. And have another sip of my coffee. What we're really doing is we're saying, this sounds a little extreme, I'm pretty much going to drop out of society itself. Try to surround myself with friends and family who share my lifestyle, because after all, isn't that what you look for in your friends? If you dread the thought, for example, of going to loud, noisy dance clubs that blow your eardrums out with the sole objective of drinking yourself into oblivion, there's no shortage of people who that's their lifestyle. These people, if you hate the thought of that and you find it painful and uncomfortable and stupid, you would not pick these people as your friends. Problem we carnivores have is we're so few and far between that trying to establish a circle of friends that share our values so that when we want to go out to eat, we make sure we go only to those places that we know are not too bad, and we pretty much know that they're not going to be hiding seed oils and other things that we don't want to eat in our food. Or we entertain each other with barbecues and cookouts and evenings at each other's houses, where it's easy to continue to practice the carnivore lifestyle. Maybe if this thing ever starts to get really popular, that might be possible. But right now, other than those few people who live in Florida that are in the community that I've discovered, and the fact that we're going to get together for a meetup here, and we had a meetup last week, I can't surround myself with those people. And I think that's something that we sorely miss. If you're a sports fan, you can always find sports fans. No matter what else you do, whatever your hobby is, there's always plenty of other people around that you can associate with. It just makes it harder to practice a carnivore lifestyle unless you're the type of person that keeps to himself mostly. And for me, it fit right in and made it easier for me. The pitfalls for me weren't there. I did give up going to any social events in my community because I just couldn't. But I have very little in common with most of the people that live around me anyway. The concept of living a lifestyle as opposed to being on a diet, in my estimation, is crucial and almost primary to the odds of succeeding in changing your life, because you are going to be changing your life. I would think that the easiest people who might have the least number of potential pitfalls might be if you were a rancher, for example, and your life revolved around raising meat. I think that you, in that lifestyle, would be a natural carnivore. On the extreme opposite end of the spectrum, if you run a restaurant that specializes in baked goods and treats, you, my friend, would find it impossible. Proudly proclaim yourself and say, I am a carnivore in all aspects, and I think you'll be fine. And thanks for coming to visit with me. Thanks for sharing your coffee with me this morning. It's always good to see you first thing in the morning. I enjoy having company like this, and really looking forward to my live stream today at 3 o'clock. I will see you there. Until then, it's a weekend. Most of you aren't working, but for those of you who are even thinking about working, don't do it. Take the rest of the day off and eat some meat.